Let's go. Man, Tony Pollard is tagged. Man. Ooh-wee. What does that mean? Well, we gonna talk about it. And we gonna talk about a little bit more than that. Sure. Yeah. So, obviously your boy Boss is back. I ain't never went nowhere either. Shit. I've been working. But this is the deal, man. You got your boy Tony Pollard Tag, but woo-wee. I don't know if y'all checked it out, but Michael Lombardi had the interview of the year. And I'm almost certain that a lot of people not seeing it. And I'm seeing a massive debate over what's crazy is I'm seeing this, well, I guess it's not crazy. It's a debate that's looming. It's this energy as if we messed up by getting rid of Kellen Moore. And it's this energy that's out there that's making no sense. It's another set of energy that's out there that's like Mike McCarthy is a dumbass. It's like we settle it. So we gonna just talk about it today, man, through the lens of Michael Lombardi, and we gonna talk about the Tony Pollard Tag, man. Y'all sit back. We gonna be right back. Let's go, man. Oh, let's go. Get y'all butts up in here. Come on. Can't wait to talk about the tag. We gonna take some calls today too. Wouldn't be right if we didn't. Yeah, we gotta get them calls back on, man. That's what make the show go. Let's go. We'll bring y'all the sauce as we always do. Hold on. Let's go, man.
Damn, plug, you speak Swahili?
I do. Alright, let's go. So everybody's seeing this. If you've been checking your Twitter and stuff like that, your boy Tony Pollard got the official tag. So what does that mean? Well, one of the most important things it means is that they have good, obviously, optimism in Tony Pollard. Because to tag a running back is risky. Let's just be real. To tag any running back is risky. Especially somebody coming off a late playoff run surgery. So it can mean a couple of things too. It could also mean that we, once again, diving deep into our guys' philosophy, to where sometimes it's tough for the Dallas Cowboys to make those tough decisions, right? What you mean tough decisions, boss? Well, sometimes it's not in your best interest to sign players, even though they're yours. Even though the injury could have came at a wrong time. But most reports out there are saying good things that's good to hear about Tony Pollard, like hearing stuff like he's ahead of schedule. That's what you want to hear. Yeah, we're going to say, damn, boss, you speaking Swahili? Yeah, I'm speaking Swahili, bro. I speak it all. What's up, Amp, OG? Real quick, we got the boy Amp in the house. Let me get my pitch out the way. So Massey said today Zeke might be gone soon, ready red. But other than that, yeah, cause see that's another thing. Good comment, Matt. That it also let's just be honest. When you see the signing of Tony Pollard, that also means that it's likely at this point at this point, that means that it's likely that they not gonna want to do Zeke unless he is super dirt friendly and or unless already, my boy said you from Oak Cliff, you already bilingual. Already, bro, you already know. Yeah, we speak multiple languages over here in Oak Cliff. So, but unless my boy Pollard gets a deal as well.
Damn, plug.
So when you see us actually activate the tag, which is very expensive to a cap, it's super expensive to a cap, because let me explain something about these tags. The tag comes out of the current cap dollar for dollar. You're not financing, you're not pushing it down the road, you're not gonna be able to cut it up. That whole 10.9 million, if they can't get a deal done, it's coming straight out of the cap. So another thing I'm gonna tell you this, what this means to me as I'm looking at this, looking at the official decision to tag Tony Pollard, because this is multi-layered. This also likely mean, yeah, Erica, we gonna talk about that. This also likely mean that we likely should be moving Dak closer. I don't know what type of tag he got, coach. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I'm betting they put the exclusive on him though. You know, I'm betting they did that. Makes sense. Yeah, let me see if I can find out real quick, because it is a difference between the tags. It's a lot. It's a pretty, you know, there are certain tags to where you can have, you know, trade options in them and stuff like that. This particular article is not saying it. They just saying their franchise tag. So I'll dig deep into that, coach. But then Erica said, and I'm getting a lot of people saying this too for different reasons, but Erica said, she said, oh no, that's not Erica comment. Let me show Erica. And I'm seeing a lot of people say this too, and I understand. I had no problem with this thought. Hold on, let me show Erica comment. Here we go. Why is Erica? Hold on, let me fix this real quick. I'm having some issues. Y'all give me 1 second. Let me fix this. Yeah, give me 1 second. That should have worked. Why didn't it work? All right, give me 1 second. I'm trying to show this. What Erica said. Okay, hold on. Probably gonna work now. Let me try now.
Damn, plug. You
That
speak
still didn't
Swahili?
work. Damn. Y'all give me 1 more second, man. I'm trying to get these comments because it was working, now it's not. Hold on. Y'all give me 1 second. Alright, there it is. Alright, here we go. I was just clicking on the wrong one. Here it is. It's always me. She said, I was hoping we wouldn't tag Tony Pollard. And it's a lot of people. It's a lot of people that didn't want him tagged. And if for cap reasons, for cap purposes, there's a lot of people that don't really believe in the running back position should have value like that. But I'm gonna say this. This is the thing. I would hope that the reports are true, that he's ahead of schedule. That's what they've been saying, but can you really trust that? They were saying that with Gallup, right? And is it that he's ahead of schedule, or is it that they go rush him? Because my thing is this: if he not ahead of schedule, shit, well, then we taking a risk with that tag. And to me, that should increase the value of having insurance. Insurance like Zeke, it makes sense. I particularly wouldn't want, with a running back that's coming off a late surgery, us to only trust a rookie. I just wouldn't honestly feel comfortable with that. Even though, yeah, and Terrence, this is a good observation as well. He said, boss, this tag also means no more Hot Pocket. Ooh. Yeah, this is looking bad for Schultz. It is. And then y'all stay tuned because I'm gonna likely do 2 shows either today or tomorrow. You gonna get 2 shows. Because to your point, Terrence, it was a lot. Because I'm gonna have to talk about this later. But Bobby Belt lays out nuggets. So we gonna talk about it because he laid out a lot of nuggets that I guarantee a whole lot of people have not really heard. I guarantee you that. Because you had to be listening at the right time to get all the nuggets that he laid out. And I'm going to lay it out because he laid out a lot. And I guarantee you most people missed it. I guarantee you. Y'all know when I put my investigation hat on, I'm dead serious. But yeah, that also does mean Schultz is likely gone since we're talking about the tag. You know, that does mean that Schultz is likely gone. So this is what I'm going to do, man. I'm going to go ahead and turn on these phones. We can talk about whatever. It's a freestyle day. So y'all call on in. We got the phone lines working. It's 940-9064. I tested the phone line, so I know everything is working properly. So yeah, y'all call on in because then I'm getting ready to start talking about probably what I thought was the interview of the year. Here we go. Boss Cowboy Sports.
Hey, what's up, boss? How you doing, brother?
What's up, coach?
Yeah, man. You know I've been working the nation today, man. This morning, man. I just wanted to say something about this tag, and I hope the Cowboys went this route with the tag because of and that's with the transitional tag. If they went with the transitional tag, my understanding with the transitional tag, it's not based. That tag is not the exclusive tag, and that tag doesn't prorate your salary with the top 5. Now your salary is prorated with the top 10, which would put him at a cap hit of about $8 million. But it also opened the door for other teams to sign him. If they sign him, it's going to cost them, I think, a first round. Yep. First round draft pick if they sign him. The reason why I say that's going to open the door for a deal. If they did that tag, I think the Cowboys are already, that's really telling him and his representatives that, okay, your ceiling with us is a deal that's really going to average around $7 to $8 million. We're not going to the $10 to $11 million range. And there's not going to be another team out there.
I think it might be an exclusive tag because they already know the number on it, which is 10. The fact that they said that it's 10, that's likely the exclusive tag.
Okay, now, so I know that was
if it is the transitional tag, that's not the one where you get the first, but at least with the transitional tag, you get what's called the first rights of refusal. So
yeah, but you do. There is some draft compensation with the transitional. So yeah, it is with the transitional. There is some draft compensation now. That's why I was telling Law when we were talking about. He was thinking that was the same thing that was done with Terrence Steele, but Terrence Steele is a whole different one. He was tendered, and Terrence Steele gonna be in Dallas if he still play well for this year and next year. If you don't even have to. I don't see a draft pick with the transitional tag. I might be wrong on that, but I don't see it because I was literally. It hasn't been used that often.
Because I think that's the non-exclusive tag to where you get the drill. Well, the details, that's neither here nor there right now. But go ahead.
Right. So, and I think, and it's risky for as you were saying about a team franchise tagging a running back, but it's also on the other end where I think where a deal is probably going to be made. It's risky for the running back as well. Mm-hmm. So they may haggle a little bit here and there. I don't think they're going to lowball him, but it's to his advantage in a high impact position where injuries are much more probable, right? To get guaranteed money. To get guaranteed money, because at this particular point in time, he's looking at Dalton Schultz, and Dalton Schultz getting that knee little bang up, and he doesn't want to get to the point where he gets an injury, and the only thing he's going to get is that $10 million this year, and not have no guaranteed money in the future. So it's possible he can get some guaranteed money, $17 million guaranteed, and he can say, well, I know that's in the bank, regardless of how the contract works. I'm gonna get that. They're gonna prorate that, but I know they got to pay me that amount of money. I ain't care about what the length of the contract, what the big number says, but guaranteed money is very important to him at this particular point in time in his career, to have that in the bank. He may not have it right then, but he can say, hey, I know the Cowboys going to have to at least give me that amount of money.
Gotcha.
So,
hold on real quick.
So
James Ruff said they should have told Pollard to go test and get back with us. That's basically what they did. That's basically what this is, this particular tag. So let me show y'all the definition. So basically, if you go look at an NFL transition tag, what is it and how it works? It said the transition tag allows players to retain any impending unrestricted free agents for the upcoming season. Applying the transition tag allows the team the first right of refusal. So that's basically what that is. So basically what they're saying is, if a team makes an offer to him, he can't just take it and be like, well, I'm sorry, they gave me a good deal, Dallas. That he has to give Dallas a chance to match it, which is basically what you're saying, James. Send him out there to the market where he's going to be able to at least still get market offers. The good thing about that is this: at least whatever the market offers him, if Dallas matches it, it's going to show him that Dallas did business with him in good faith. They didn't lowball him. They let the market decide. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, Coach.
Right, and that's gonna put it. And what that does is, I think we remember what Emmitt Smith said about when he was a free agent, and he said nobody gave him a contract. He was a true free agent. Yeah. And he said he called the Miami Dolphins, and they said, yeah, we want to sign you, but if we put an offer out there and give you an offer, and we kind of know that the team gonna go ahead and match it, and you're gonna go back to them. Now that puts us on Front Street and saying how much we gonna pay for a running back, and that kills our negotiation with any other player that we want to negotiate, because they already say you already offered this guy this amount of money. Why you gonna offer me less?
Right.
So teams don't want to put money out there. Teams don't like to put offers out there to go all in on offer, and they're not gonna get it, because now you on Front Street saying, okay, this what you showing us what you got. So now the next couple of guys coming in, they gonna come in and they want that top dollar as well, because they see what you can offer somebody else. So with Tony, if they put him in that type of situation, unless he finds somebody that's gonna really just go blow him off blow the Cowboys out the water, then it's foster for him to make a deal and get this done. But I think, again, this is all predicated on what Mike McCarthy wants. And I think a lot of people don't understand that a lot of the moves that have been made with this offense in the past has not been what Mike McCarthy wanted. It's been, if you read the tea leaves, this has been what Kellen Moore wanted, who he put his stamp of approval on, and the Joneses gave him authority and said, okay, if you said that, we're gonna go that way. Right quick, I was talking to someone on their show today, and I was telling them that the reason why Cooper was not here, he's gone, and as well as why Dalton Schultz was signed to a franchise tag, because they wanted to keep him so desperate last year, is because Kellen Moore wanted to use that. Cooper wasn't his guy, and Schultz was his guy. And we could tell that the Joneses believed in what Kellen Moore said, because he believed in his system over players. And those things came out, boss. You do a lot of this, and I do this too. I think 2 years ago, Jerry Jones was talking about why Cooper wasn't getting no catches because or the offense wasn't, and he was talking about how the receivers got to run the right routes, the right depths in their routes, and all that.
Yeah,
Jerry where he got that from? He got that from Kellen.
He got that from Kellen.
So when he started doing that, if Kellen comes to me, and you have to give your coaches, if you ownership, right, you have to give your coaches, because we're owners. The owners really, they're not the football guys. They think they do it, but when you go into that meeting, if you got a guy and we can say, well, we can save some money here and there, and you ask the true opinion of your coordinators, could you make it work with somebody else, or somebody else can get the job done, and you stand on that table and say, yeah, I think we can get this and that, and you make that move. If it don't turn out right, guess what happens?
They fire you.
Kellen, you fired.
Yep.
Another case in point, Ridgeway, somebody stood on that table and said, Ridgeway, we don't think we can develop Ridgeway. We want to stay with Colin Watson and other guys. Ridgeway leave and go play someplace else and do well. Leon Lett, you fired.
Yeah.
Anthony Barr, who stood on the table? Edwards stood on the table and said, well, we'll pass on Wagner. Can we make it work with Barr? Yes, we can make it. I'm standing on the table with it. It don't work. Edwards, you fired.
Yeah.
So
that's
just how the life it works.
Yeah, that's speculation, but it's a good one. It's good speculation, I would definitely side with it because some of those firings didn't make sense unless they did stand on the table for some people and they had to get cut for it. But that would be kind of extreme to me if front office did it that way, but I could see that happening in a corporate environment. But Coach, let me go ahead and finish up what I was getting ready to
yeah, man, but hey, man, keep doing a good job, man. And I know you'll be on some more, man. We'll get to talk, brother.
Okay, man, I appreciate it, Coach. And call back in if nobody else call in, because I'm gonna open up
all right, brother.
after I talk about this. All right, that was Coach Moore. All right, so y'all check this out, because the people asking me, my boy, like crazy, say, why you going live so early? Actually, bro, I'm going live because honestly, it's too much to talk about in one show. So I'm gonna likely have to go live a couple of times today. So I'm gonna likely do 2 shows today. If not two today, it's gonna be 2 tomorrow. But I'm likely gonna go live again today because it's just too much content and it's already starting to move fast. Boss Cowboy Sports.
What's up, boss?
Hey, what's up? Who is this?
It's Clebo, man. Long time listener, man. First time caller, man. But first off, man, want to give you big ups, man. You doing a good job with all the content, man. I listen to you all the time, bro. You do real good out there, man. You and the rest of the guys, man. I want to tell you that, man.
Man, appreciate it.
First off, no problem, bro. But yeah, I just want to, long time Cowboy guy, man, since mid '80s, Tom Landry days, man. But these Jones dudes, man, they're making it really hard, man, for a brother. Because, man, it seems like every time one of their best players or one of their top players coming up for any kind of payment, it's always a headache. You got to franchise tag them or negotiate them. It's like bad negotiating skills, and it happened year after year. It made me scared with what's coming up with CD and Diggs and Parsons, man. Like, when was the last time Cowboys had a top player, he came up for some money, and they just gave him the money? Maybe one of the offensive linemen, but that's it.
Nobody,
everybody
bro.
Else,
they ain't even do it with Zach Martin.
To they ain't do it with Zach either?
No, Zach Martin had to hold out. People forgot. It was the first time ever that he didn't show up to practice. He didn't show up for 3 days in training camp.
I don't even remember that.
I swear to God, I'm not making it up. Even Zach Martin. Yep.
That's crazy, bro. Ain't that crazy? Like you keep telling you building in the draft, and then when you get all these young talent, when it's time to pay them, you giving them headaches.
Yeah, that's exactly what they do.
That's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
Man, it's man, I'm a Cowboy till I die, bro. But these guys make it really hard, man. I swear, man, they making it really hard, man. They making it really hard,
But bro, I'm gonna give you the other side of it though. I'm gonna be honest with you though. You feel me? Cause see, you a longtime Cowboy fan, and a lot of us are angry over the amount of time it's been since we've been to a Super Bowl. I can say, as of late, especially under the Mike McCarthy era, we are trending in a way I haven't seen us trend in years, in a good way.
Agree.
So
I agree with that.
if it's possible to divorce at least 24 of the 27 years, you might feel better. You feel me? If there's any way to take away the pain of 24 of those years, then maybe you'll feel a little bit better about 3. But that's real.
But you real, and I give you that. That's 100% accurate. But to count what you just said, that's what make it more frustrating because we so close.
Ooh,
facts.
We
got Super Bowl teams in the last 2-3 years. We got teams that can win it, but we don't want to put that extra dollar in to bring in that change maker, man. We go 12-5 last year. You get rid of your number 1 receiver, your number 4 receiver, and you don't replace him with nobody. You ask Noah Brown, your number 5 receiver, to now become your number 2 receiver.
Another one.
That's crazy. You thinking Kellen Moore offense can really do that? That's crazy. That's what's really frustrating because I feel like we so close to your point. We are trending in the right way, but it's just like they won't take that extra oomph to get us over that hump, and it's like, damn, are we about to waste all this young talent? Like, are we really about to waste all this young talent? And my last point, bro, I know you got other callers, man. My last point, I got to go to the Dak, man. All these Cowboy fans talking about Dak, man. Come on, bro. Dak went 38-11 last year. He coming into the new season, you took away his best weapon. You took away, like I said earlier, Cedric Wilson. You didn't replace neither one of these dudes. Then he has a thumb injury. The first game of the year, he had to have surgery, and he's playing in this crazy option route scheme offense. Like, come on, bro. Like, people gotta be patient with Dak, bro. They making it seem like Dak has known to be throwing interceptions. This is the first year Dak has ever thrown interceptions like this. People got, and I understand it's frustration. We want to win. Like you're saying, I think that 25, 27 years is kind of like clouding a lot of people's minds. So anything, you know what I'm saying? Any little thing, man, it's just gonna be blown out of proportion, man. Like,
bro, we in a bad relationship, bro. That's what it is. You know how it is when you're in a bad relationship, and then the first sign you see of the old crap you used to see, you go crazy. Hey,
you go crazy.
But, bro, let me tell you something. I was feeling good until you kept talking. I'm back mad. You done made me mad, dawg. God damn. I was doing good until you start talking. You start giving that real reality.
Oh, you see this guy? Number 1 bullshit guy. He do the wee woo.
No, you didn't tell no lies. At first I was trying to be optimistic, but then you kept talking. I was like,
another one.
Another
man,
point.
It's crazy, man. It's frustrating, though, man. It's frustrating. That's what makes it so frustrating. Because we not
right, because we close. You right, because that's what's frustrating. Because, bro, to your point, bro, we didn't have. See, like, what kind of organization hires a Super Bowl winning coach but say we go with the new guy?
Exactly. That's crazy.
With a good team, with a real good team.
With a good team. That's crazy, man. Like, these dudes, the Cowboys ownership, man. Look, I'm a business owner, man. So I know sometimes business decisions is tough to make. Man, these dudes cannot separate business from personal, man. Look how long it took them to get rid of Garrett, and look how long it took them to deal with Kellen Moore, man. It's crazy, bro. They cannot make business and personal. They mix it up too much, man. They like their guys too much, man. They got to know. You bring a coach in here who's won a Super Bowl. He knows the blueprint to get to the Super Bowl, but then you tell him, oh, you're going to have to work with this offensive coordinator who's young and fresh, and we trying to build him up. Like, come on, bro. That's just dumb to me, man. But
nah, you right. You ain't told no lies. You ain't told no lies. You know, it's you know, I do see some things that's better though, and I'm just being honest too. This ain't even no Kool-Aid drinking and sipping. I think because I didn't think they was gonna get rid of Kellen, bro. Because right. Because like we all, well not all, but those of us who knew about the option routes, knew about all of that, we was already like, bro, we was thinking, let me tell you what you was thinking and what I was thinking. We was both thinking we was getting ready to see Jason Garrett all over again. Where most of us knew he should have been fired, but we all thought they was gonna stay loyal to him and get rid of the wrong person, which would have been Mike McCarthy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but they didn't.
I agree with that.
Which to a degree, let's just be honest, that shows growth in them.
Definite. And I heard you say it before, and I agree with you 100% when I first heard you say it. It shows growth in them, and it shows that they really are loyal, and they really do want to see what McCarthy could do. Because they could have easily chose Kellen, you know what I mean? So I heard you say that before, and I definitely agree with that. It does.
It's easy to stay mad, dog. Let's be honest. It's easy to stay mad, ain't it, bro? When your lady mess up, bro. Boy.
Yeah, man.
Ooh, it just feels so good to stay mad. But then when she say, baby, I'm sorry. You're like, you said that too quick. I want to check you.
Exactly.
You didn't give me no chance to go off on you, girl.
Right?
That's what's going on with us. But bro, let me go back to this because I got this fire interview that I gotta break down, bro, because it's the best interview of the whole year. But man, I enjoyed the call, bro. You make sure you call back in again, bro, for real.
I will, man. Clebo from DC. That'll help you remember. Clebo from DC. But I'll definitely call back. Appreciate you, boss.
I got you, Clebo, man, from DC. DMV, stand up. Let's get it, dog. All right, man. That was Clebo. Clebo did his thing on that call. All right, let me get back to this content. That was a good call. That was a good call, though, man. That's why, man, I love them phones, man. The phones the dopest. Because I swear, y'all the best. Don't call right now because I'm getting ready to start some content. But I'm going to take a pause. But I was listening to this interview today. Oh, my God. This is the interview of the year to me. So, y'all check it out. First of all, I'm a big fan of Michael Lombardi. If y'all don't know who Michael Lombardi is, a former GM, Super Bowl winning, worked with Bill Belichick, pretty famous media guy, got a real successful podcast. But some people speak a language that kind of registers to you. He's one of those guys. He's one of those guys that if you want to really grow, in my opinion, in football knowledge and concepts, he is a good follow and probably the best follow. I would say, personally, for me, he's top 3 people to listen to. Real talk. Somebody that talk a lot of common sense football. I'm very big on Michael Lombardi. Very big. I think he's a solutions guy. I think he definitely understands culture. He definitely understands processes, and he talks just like Coach Marv, like just really understand the game from a system standpoint and a big picture standpoint. Coach Marv, yeah, you did say Hyatt was not a 4-3 guy. Yep. Yeah, you did say it, it was a lot. That clock exposed a lot of people, Coach. We gonna talk about that too. So yeah, it's a lot of content. We didn't even talk about the combine, and we got to talk about that too. So that's why I'm gonna be doing a lot of content. I'm gonna do 2 shows today. I promise y'all that. Y'all gonna give me twice. But let me get into this real quick. Going back into Michael Lombardi, man, it's one of my favorites. All right. So just listen to him as he just kind of break down Kellen Moore. Listen.
GM, nicknamed Jason Garrett the Clapper, nicknamed Kellen Moore the
He literally nicknamed Kellen Moore the Clapper. So when you hear the Clapper, that originated from this dude.
joystick. Brian brought us his guy joining us here.
He called Kellen Moore the human joystick. All right, listen, just listen, because I'm going to break this down. This is the best interview to me all year. All year. This is also, after you listen to this interview, if you're not excited about what's getting ready to happen with Mike McCarthy, boy. My boy said, He said, I'm at work. I'll catch the second show. Yeah, and catch this one on the rewind too, Kevin, just when you get off. Yeah, but both shows going to be dope, man, because we get ready to get into this. Is the interview of the year. Listen to my boy, Mike, as he break down Kellen Moore and Mike McCarthy. Listen.
Charles Barkley said Utah was boring, and Michael Lombardi went out to a vacation there. You said you were jealous.
Well, I mean, I assume Michael went out.
Hold on real quick.
Which is a snow where I would love to go to Utah, but I haven't been. Heard it's fantastic.
Michael, you didn't follow Charles Barkley's advice on boring Utah for All-Star break?
All right, so this stuff is nothing. I'm going to fast forward this, okay?
Ridiculous interpretation by most of the national media.
All right, here we go.
Went there to give a speech. I don't ski, snowboard. I don't do anything outside that's cold. I'd rather stay inside and read a book and drink. So that's kind of what I did.
Michael, why should Cowboy fans not freak out over what Mike McCarthy had to say? Why did you love it?
To me, it was the most ridiculous interpretation by most of the national media. I mean, one guy went on there and, analytically said that this is, he does to know that. People don't understand flow of the game, how to manage the game. What Mike said was probably the best thing that's come out of Dallas in a long, long time.
Oh, see? And I've been saying the same thing. I don't think a lot of people get what he just said. Like, the fact that we got somebody that's getting ready to be the play caller who knows how to manage games. How many times have you heard Coach Marv say that? That understand the flow of the game. He gonna talk about it more though. Listen.
He wants to manage the game. Kellen Moore, the reason I call him joystick is because he's in his basement in Des Moines playing as if there's nobody else. And there is...
What? See, how many times have I said on this show that Kellen Moore called plays like he a single man? And he have no concept about taking care of a family. That's what he said. Listen.
There's a pace to the game that must get established. There's football's a game of three levels, right?
I'll talk about still.
In the first quarter, it's about assessment. Did we have the right game plan? Are we doing what we thought we could do? The second and the third quarter are about adjustments. The fourth quarter stands alone. And so when you're in that situation, you want to know, okay, how do I play less how do I work this so that my defense is off the field? I think the perfect example was, and one of the worst plays in Cowboys' tenure this year was 1st and 10, ball at the 18-yard line, 3:05 to go in the game against the 49ers.
Yep. So he giving you the scenario. It was 3 minutes left in the game and 5 seconds. We was on the, I think he said 20-yard line. But he was saying in this scenario, he go break down how a good OC would have knew with the scenario what type of plays to call. Listen.
You go on that field, and if you understand that you have to manage the game correctly, you know that you can't punt the ball back to San Francisco. You can't.
So he said in that scenario, it would have been bad to punt it, give it back to San Fran. It would have been real bad. So he like just as much or just as important as getting a good play was also being conscious of the clock at that time and what plays will be better for your clock. Hold on real quick. On the Super Chat, he said, can you do a live on the bullcrap JJ said about Dak? Yeah, that's this evening. I already got all of that. Yeah, we gonna talk about that. We gonna definitely talk about that where he was talking about the pie and all that. Yeah, I got all that. We gonna talk about that. But check this out.
You cannot do that because their punter is the best punter inside the 20. So not only will you'll get the ball back, but you'll have no timeouts and you'll have to go 90 yards, which is exactly what happened. So when you walk on the field and you're the play caller in that situation, you say, look, I got to get positive yards on first down. I got to get positive yards on second. We're going to convert third down. We got to get this drive going.
So he talking about the thought process this OC should have had. That I'm not going to try to go for the home run ball right now. He was like, I got to get positive plays on first down.
We throw 3 passes and punt the ball back.
Y'all heard that? 3 passes and punt the ball back. How many times have we shown you on this channel the trend that I learned from my brother Amp? And we went by the play-by-play and showed you that when we threw it 2 consecutive times in a row, almost on any drive, it mostly resulted in a punt. But if we had any drive that was 50% run to pass in its ratio or higher, we mostly got points out of that drive. And he said, yeah, what happened with Kellen Moore in that scenario is he threw the ball 3 times, killed the clock, punted, killed our whole situation, killed our whole drive, killed our ability to even get even points.
And because there's no understanding of game management, flow of the game. And so naturally we get the ball back with no timeouts and inside the 20, and we can't do anything with it. McCarthy wants to manage the game. That's all he was saying. Now, I don't think he used the right verbiage. I want to run the damn ball. He wants to pace the game, understand how you do that. And I think ultimately he should. And Moore, whose job is to get first downs and score points, did that. And so somewhere there's got to be an in-between.
I agree with that. I mean, like, there is a flow of the game. There's no doubt. And I agree. Some of the verbiage he used was probably not the best. You know, my thing has always been, like, this idea that it rests the defense. You know, the run-first 49ers ran on average 4 plays less than the Cowboys did this year per game.
RJ just don't want to believe it. He just told them a scenario to where the management was poor, where he threw the ball 3 times in a row and it led to a quick punt. RJ, I don't know why, cannot understand that if we would have ran the ball right there, it would have gave our defense more rest. I don't know what's up with these analytical people, where they get so analytical to where they can't even see and use common sense. He's so caught up in us having a small difference in plays than San Fran that he missing the big picture of what Mike is saying. Listen.
Nobody's getting extra rest on 4 plays, right?
No, but it's pace of the game, right? Mm-hmm. So we have to understand the best way to play defense in the NFL today, because of the way they've set up the rules, is what? Play less defense. Yeah. Right? I mean, so if you play 32 minutes of defense a week, you're playing a lot more defense. If you play 28, you're playing less. Playing less defense, playing from in front, controlling the pace of the game, being able to understand the middle eight, managing the middle eight correctly. All these things Joystick couldn't do. He just kept calling plays.
Hey, boy, call that boy Joystick. He called Kellen Moore Joystick.
Hey, I'm going to call more passes. I got more passes. I got more passes to call. And never playing within the flow. And it became really a computer game, and it drove me crazy. And this is where Parcells was so brilliant.
Coach Moore from day one called Kellen Moore a Madden coach. From day one. From day one. People not crazy on what we said. We was not crazy. Yeah.
Sean Payton didn't spend the 2 years and 3 years in Dallas with Parcells. He wouldn't have been the head coach that he is today, because he understood what I'm talking about. This is what the key to the game is.
The key.
Remember, it's 3 dimensions. It's offense, defense, and the kicking game. And if you don't have those in alignment, you're not going to win games that matter.
Oh, that's the key part right there. You not see this is what the stat nerds keep missing. But boss, we was number 1 in offense. Boss, we was number 1 in points. Boss, look at the stats, boss. Boss, look at the stats, boss. I don't care about that, bro. The key thing that he said is in the games that matter. Come on now.
You want answers?
Come on now. Did y'all hear that? Because I heard that. Like, can I rewind it a little bit? Because I think some people missed that part.
2 years and 3 years in Dallas with Parcells, he wouldn't have been the head coach that he is today.
Listen.
Because he understood what I'm talking about. This is what the key to the game is.
Hold on.
It's offense, defense, and the kicking game. And if you don't have those in alignment, you're not going to win games that matter.
Ooh. See, this is why I call this the interview of the year, dog. boss, stuttering. Speak English. Stop stuttering, dog. Boss. But Kellen Moore. He was his offense. And this is what he was saying. That boy say limit the gunshot. All right, I'll slow down on the gun. But man, I gotta shoot him one more time. Ooh. Yeah, man, I appreciate that, man. That $10, bro. Yeah, cause see, listen, y'all, this is the time. Oh, he say, I got you. He say, my bad. He say he got me loud while I'm driving. My bad, bro. I don't mean to pump up that in your ear. Boss. But this is what the stat nerds. Boss. Do you really feel like it's the right decision to get rid of Kellen Moore? Yes, because it's about the games that matter. And he was talking about what a lot of people miss. He was talking about special teams, being married to your offense, being married to your defense. Now, I'm the one that said on this show, keeping it real, I say Kellen Moore called plays like a single man. We basically saying the same thing. I've never met Michael Lombardi in his life. In my life, I have never, ever met him, and we saying the exact same things. I haven't met him one day in my whole life. And I came out of that Green Bay game so mad because Kellen Moore was obviously calling plays with no type of concern of what his fast-paced, high-tempo offense was doing to that defense. But listen,
game, and it drove me crazy. And this is where Parcells was so brilliant. If Sean Payton didn't spend the 2 years and 3 years in Dallas with Parcells, he wouldn't have been the head coach that he is today, because he understood what I'm talking about. This is what the key to the game is. Remember, it's three dimensions. It's offense, defense, and the kicking game. And if you don't have those in alignment, you're not going to win games that matter.
Do you think any of this is an indictment on Dak Prescott?
Man, I don't know why. Why does Sean always try to point to Dak? Like, for some reason, they can literally say Kellen Moore is the problem, and Sean will say, but could he be talking about Dak?
You can't handle the truth.
I'm telling you who it is, and you still, but could it be a shot at Dak? No, it's not. Yeah, appreciate the super chat real quick. He said, boss speaking truth before the truth even come out. Hey, for real, I was on their head, bro. Listen, I should have way more subs on how I was telling the truth on this. For real. Because a lot of people wasn't saying what we was saying on this channel, bro. A lot of people was scared to talk about the number one offense. See, because you know what? A lot of people, they afraid to stand alone. They are. So you got to have some nuts. You got to be able to put your nuts out and say, yes, this is who I am. This is what I represent. This is me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not afraid because y'all, I ain't talking about all of y'all, but some of y'all was scared because you thought, how you go make a case against the number one or top three offense in yards and points? So they made some of us quiet.
You know, they're not saying this in Buffalo. They're not saying this in Kansas City. Is this an indictment on Dak? Hey, we need to take the ball out of your hands a little bit. We need to run it maybe a little bit more.
Oh, God. Is this an indictment on Dak? I'm so sick of this. Cooper Rush was winning games with this formula. But everything gotta be because we paid you. We gotta get you to throw it around. Why can't it be about what works and what wins?
I didn't take that. I took that this is about pace of the game and game management. Look, we know this. You know, every quarterback has to be managed. It's not a sin to say that, right? They all have to be managed. They all have to do what they do best.
Right.
And you're going to have to run. Sense. I mean, you don't want Dak Prescott throwing it more than 35 times. Now, you might have to do that in some games. But no quarterback's good at doing that.
No quarterback.
Especially with your get.
Oh, see, they'll skip that part. They got quiet now. See, when he said that, no quarterback. See, they don't want to hear that. That is bad for any quarterback to throw it that much. See, when you start talking like that, oh, nobody want to hear it. Everybody want to make Dak the bad guy every time. It just, without fail, even when it's not Dak, they go still try to put it on Dak.
Have to be managed. They all have to do what they do best. And you're going to have to run. I mean, you don't want Dak Prescott throwing it more than 35 times. Now, you might have to do that in some games, but no quarterback's good at doing that. I mean, especially when you're getting hit, the protection breaks down. I mean, let's go back to the 49er game. The 2-minute warning comes, okay? Here's another perfect example of pace of the game. The 2-minute warning, we've got them stopped. Pollard just got hurt, okay? Now, what do we want to accomplish here? We want to score points, but we also don't want to give San Francisco a chance to get the drive to start to come back and score points at the end of the half. So what do? We throw a pass on first down, naturally, because that's what we do.
Ooh, see, they want to hear that. What do? We throw a pass on first down because that's what we do. See, he going off on Kelly. They don't want to hear that. They want to support the stat nerd.
What do we want to accomplish here? We want to score points, but we also don't want to give San Francisco a chance to get the drive to start to come back and score points at the end of the half. So what do? We throw a pass on first down, naturally, because that's what we do. We're in the basement. We're in Des Moines. We're calling pass plays. We're playing Madden.
Oh! Wait. That must say we in the basement. Ooh. And see, this is the situation of play calling. Yeah, you right, John. It was 2nd and 2. You right. It was 2nd and 2. You right. It was the 2nd and 2 play. Good observation, John. See, I'm telling you, man, you can't put nothing past us. You can't. Look, we too sharp. John, like, no, it was actually 2nd and 2. I love it. You can't put nothing past us. We know the exact situation he talking about. John, like, no, I know exactly what he talking about. Go ahead, John. Y'all clap it up for John. Clap it up. John showing his, yeah. John over here showing out. Pop your collar, John. It was actually 2nd and 2. Go ahead, John. Here we go.
But if we run the ball there and we milk the clock and take that 40-second clock all the way down, we're reducing the game. We're reducing the game to set up our situation so that we're like a pool player. We're going to make this shot.
Ooh, listen to, he said we like a pool player. Listen to him.
And we're going to set the cue ball up for another shot.
Oh! See, Kellen Moore didn't get that. He did not get that, bro. That's the thing he didn't get.
But naturally, we don't do that. We throw the interception. We blame Dak.
Hold on, I miss your super. Oh, boy, he going hard. Listen. Oh, I miss your super chat, coach. Oh, man. See my super chat, boss. I missed it. Hold on, let me find your super chat. There it is. Yep. And this is what coach been saying for the longest. Check this out. He said, control the tempo, controls the game, wins in big games, and using players to their skill sets all help team wins. Super Bowls, I've said it day one. Like day one, you've been saying this, coach. Day one. But listen to this. Listen.
All the way down. We're reducing the game. We're reducing the game to set up our situation so that we're like a pool player. We're going to make this shot, and we're going to set the cue ball up for another shot. But naturally, we don't do that. We throw the interception. We blame Dak. I blame the play call. That should have been a run, a screen, some control.
Ooh, and what was we doing? Blaming Dak. See, and Lombardi, like, man, you shouldn't even put Dak in that situation. Dumb play call. That was positionally, at that time, dumb play call. See, because I don't know why we get it with other teams, but we done with our own team. I just don't understand how we get it when it was Seattle, right? And they was playing for the Super Bowl. And Beast Mode was successfully running the ball all the way on that drive, the final drive. And then all of a sudden, they had this brilliant idea after that defense was gassed. And Beast Mode just got 7 yards on the ground. Hey, let's win the game with a slant. See, And then all of a sudden, when Russell Wilson was intercepted, everybody said, why did you run that play? Why did you pass right there? And a slant? It was 2nd and 3, and that defense was gassed, and you was on their 1 yard line, and your running back was hot. Why did you run it? I mean, pass, and then you threw a. See, you get it though. You get it though. You get it when it's other teams. You stupid when it's your quarterback.
Pass so that the clock works for us. Do you understand what I'm saying? The clock needs to work for us.
Yes. Do you agree overall?
Ooh, see, ain't nobody talking about that clock. See, this is what the stat nerds don't talk. You know what you never hear the stat nerds talk about? The clock. They never talked about the clock. They always talking about, man, don't get me started.
Do you understand what I'm saying? The clock needs to work for us.
Yes. Do you agree overall that shortening a game, just overall, gives the lesser team more of a chance?
No, I don't. I'm not talking about shortening the game. I'm not talking about playing pen basketball in the 70s and running 4 corners and dribbling around until the 45-second clock got invented. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about pacing the game. I'm talking about understanding.
Hold on, let me get this super chat, man. This interview was so fire. Mike was, boy, he was in school right here. He said, some don't understand if you push the pawns to move the queen, you can checkmate with bishops, rooks. Ooh. At nights, man. See, you can't talk like that, man. You bring it down a level, common sense. You can't talk like that. You on Shakespeare right now, man. Bring it back down to Pookie from the hood, bro.
Bruh.
You too deep on that one, dog. I don't even understand what you mean. Come on, man. You too deep right now, man. Break it down. Matter of fact, don't even put a super chat in there. The next time, just say it the normal way, man. You start talking about bishops, rooks, and analogies. We ain't ready for that common sense. All right, make sure you call in when I open back up the phones too.
Understanding that your opponent, football's a unique sport because not only do you have the opponent across the field, the clock is also your opponent, and it can be your friend or your ally. And if you don't incorporate that into your thinking, then you end up being really short.
Right, and did he say those radio hosts still won't get it, bro? I swear, they didn't. They really didn't. They did. It's so many times, and guess what? I'm gonna show y'all this evening. I'm gonna show y'all this evening how even Jerry understand it now. Jerry get it. That's honestly why I'm telling y'all the truth. Ain't nobody telling you this. That's honestly why Kellen Moore's gone, because Mike McCarthy was able to go in there and talk real good football and common sense football to them, and they went with football. Listen.
And I'm not talking about playing slow. I'm talking about pacing the game.
We're talking here with former NFL GM Michael Lombardi, host of the GM Shuffle podcast. Michael, when you look at McCarthy taking over this offense, and we've heard estimates of 30 to 35% is going to change. Given what you know about Mike McCarthy, your thoughts on Kellen Moore, what would be your biggest concern for Cowboys fans in this transition to McCarthy? Like, what's the biggest thing the Cowboys fans might have to worry about McCarthy running the offense?
So Bobby tried to hit him with a question to try to get him to talk about some concerns that he might have about Mike McCarthy. Watch this.
I mean, look, McCarthy's won a Super Bowl with Green Bay. I missed Kellen Moore's Super Bowl win. I must have missed that. I don't.
Wait. Ooh. Hey, man, turn the radio down, because I'm finna hit this button real quick, this gunshot. Ooh.
Fans in this transition to McCarthy, like, what's the biggest thing the Cowboys fans might have to worry about McCarthy running the offense?
I love this.
I mean, look, McCarthy's won a Super Bowl with Green Bay. I missed Kellen Moore's Super Bowl win. I must have missed that. I don't know. Where was I? Was out. I must have been in Utah.
The common sense. See, that's my whole point. Why do they cover for Kellen and treat Mike like he a bum? I've never understood that. I've never understood why do people have all this optimism in somebody who showed you that they poo-poo in big moments. And he like, hold on. You coming to me about what should the fans should be concerned about Mike McCarthy? Hold on. Who got the Super Bowl?
I mean, like, I miss this, right? Like, you guys talk like you're talking about replacing Sid Gilman or Clark Shaughnessy. I mean, what he's going to do is pace the game. He's going to run more of what he wants to run. Right. I never understood why he went to Dallas to not call plays. He won a Super Bowl calling plays. You can
see that. Don't let that go over your head. Don't let that go over your head. He said, I never understood why you even took the job over there to not call plays. Oh. See, because we know why. Because Steven and Jerry wanted their boy, Kellen Moore, to be the play caller. That's why. And the whole time it was ass backwards. The whole time. They were saying, we gonna go with this new boy wonder to lead the way on offense. And Lombardi like why you do that when this the guy that actually won a Super Bowl, been to the playoffs a whole bunch of times, have one of the best track records with not just Aaron Rodgers, with all the quarterbacks that he's coached. Done coached multiple Hall of Famers. We talking about Mike McCarthy. We ain't talking about no damn Kellen Moore. We talking about Mike McCarthy. But some way they done made us think that this man is dumb. Some kind of way they made us think that we gonna be taking a step back because we actually going with a guy who been in a whole bunch of wars, who been in war after war after war after war after war after war. He know every head coach by name, and he likely know them personally. But we wanted to go with the new booty coach. Let me keep going, boy. This interview was fire. I loved every second of it. That boy told them boys, hold on, when did Kellen Moore win a Super Bowl? Thank you. I was waiting on somebody to talk with some common sense, and I met him. His name is Michael Lombardi. Thank you. Where you been? No, he been around. He always been saying this too. That's why I say he one of the best follows. He one of the few people that really speak with a whole bunch of common sense. A whole bunch. I'm gonna say this. It's very few times I've listened to him and not agreed. Very few times. I'm trying to see, I think I might have disagreed with him one time.
Say he's not a great play caller. Well, he won a Super Bowl doing it. So he's going to manage the game. The head coach has to have a connection to the quarterback. He's got to be able to demonstrate the game through the quarterback. I think it as a downfall. I see them. They have to be physically offense. I mean, they're going to re-sign Pollard. You know that. I've been screaming.
He was right, because that ended up happening. He said that this morning, and they tagged Pollard today.
For 3 years, Zeke Elliott, everybody complained about Lenahan. Zeke Elliott was averaging 10 yards a catch when Lenahan was there. When the joystick got in town, he's down to 5.
Ooh, Coach Marv, come here. If you walked up, Coach Marv, come back to your TV. Coach Marv, come back to your TV. Because ain't many people been saying that. Ain't that many people been saying that. How throwing to them running backs went way down under, he called them joystick. Ooh, listen.
To the quarterback. He's got to be able to demonstrate the game through the quarterback. I think it's going to be critical. I don't see it as a downfall. I see them, they have to be physically offense. I mean, they're going to re-sign Pollard. You know that. I've been screaming for 3 years. Zeke Elliott, everybody complained about Lenahan. Zeke Elliott was averaging 10 yards a catch when Lenahan was there. When the joystick got in town, he's down to 5. You know, we're not throwing the ball to the back. He was a really good receiver coming out of the backfield. Now, that has changed because he's no longer the same athlete that he once was, and maybe he can get that back. But the reality of it is they've got to incorporate their weapons within everything they do. Pollard's a weapon. He's not a running back. He's a weapon.
Michael, what else do you see as an off-season team need? Cowboy fans, they call Stephen Jones Cat Boy. They're mad that he's cheap. They don't go out with a big splash. Jerry was talking about Odell the other day.
Hold on real quick. I got the super chat, bro. I'm telling y'all, I'm telling you, a whole lot of people not recognizing the value of this interview. Whoo, yeah, Q Dog. Yes, he called Kellen Moore the joystick, the human joystick. He did, yes, and it's true. It's true. That's the funniest thing about it, is that it's true. And I heard even Q say that. Q Dog said the same thing. Man, and check this out. He said, only thing I didn't like what he said is even him saying Bobby Wagner ain't good because he got, yeah, I heard that too. I didn't agree with that. See, yeah. See, that don't mean we co-sign everything he says. You know what I mean? I never do that. I always double check everybody's work. But at the same time, mostly I do agree with him. He goes hard. And I guarantee you this though. If you asked him to compare Bobby Wagner to LVE, he wouldn't get it wrong. He wouldn't. But when he trying to compare Bobby Wagner, to just his value at 33, yeah, hold on real quick. We got us another super chat from Coach Marv. Let me get this super chat real quick. Coach Marv, you got to go watch this interview, man. This interview was fire. He said McCarthy knew this with Kellen and Anna Jones. When your head in the line mouth, you have to ease your head out. Ooh, well said. Now it's out. Let's go. See, that's what I'm seeing, Coach. See, this is why I'm excited about 2023. I'm so excited about this coming up here, Coach. Because you right. Coach McCarthy was 12-5, 2 years in a row with a coach that was actually in the way. So you mean to tell me we not gonna be better in big games with him gone? What crack are you smoking? All the common sense in the world tells you just with getting rid of Kellen, we getting ready to be better. And it might not be in more points and stuff that don't matter. It's gonna be we don't do dumb stuff that we've done under Kellen. A bunch of dumb stuff is going to cease and desist. Let me keep going.
We got Jalen Ramsey trade rumors. We got another crack maybe at Bobby Wagner. Who's a big name fit that you would let?
Hold on real quick.
And if any.
I mean, Bobby Wagner all the time. What are they going to do at right tackle? Where are they going to be inside? I think that's the key. Look, does anybody know if Odell can still play? We talk like Odell's still the Odell that made the catch against the Cowboys in Giant Stadium. I mean, I haven't seen him play. He's coming off of a second ACL. How good do you think he's going to be?
You're a GM who gets to pick between these two for the next 3 years, same money. Dak or Hurts?
Y'all don't want to hear this.
Well, look, it's a little different. You know, Hurts runs an offense that very few people can run. He's running a college offense. He's running.
Oh, they don't want to hear this. It's a whole lot of Cowboy Philly fans that's Hurts is better. Hurts, Sean said all the time, Hurts is better. That boy said he running a college offense. See, it's the funniest things. This is what I say, the same thing that Lombardi says. I just say it different. I said that basically Hurts is running a Wildcat. But he gonna say it, listen.
Six-back offense. And, you know, we have not seen Hurts throw the ball. He did in the Super Bowl. We haven't seen him throw the ball to the level that Dak has thrown it. You know, what we've seen him do is run with it. And in this six-back offense, it's hard to handle.
See, he calling it a six-back offense. So let me. Yeah, my boy Tyler say, I've been saying that. I know. See, this is why this channel ain't for everybody, man. See, this channel's for football people. This ain't for the just general masses. You got to be somebody that really love the game, study the game. Because that's why so many people say it in the chat. We all been saying that. It's true. Because the people on this channel know football. On the cool, the people that really rock with this channel, they football people. So you'll come over here at first, you won't like this channel. But then if you're a football person, it don't matter if you're a woman, it don't matter if you're a man. What's up, landlord? We got landlord in the bed. Yeah, my boy landlord said, I've been saying it all year too. All the football people been saying the same thing. We all been saying the same thing, bro. Real talk. Real talk. Now, this is the thing. He said 6-back. What he talking about is 6 weapons. Because every offense never counts their quarterback as a weapon. So he's saying 6-backs because he's saying that basically Jalen Hurts in their offense is an additional weapon. What's not 100% true, Montana? Just break that down for me. But see, yeah, so he's saying in that offense, it's an extra weapon. So he's saying people not factoring in the way that they using Hurts is they using him like he's an extra weapon. Versus Dak, they not doing that. It's an offense that's geared to Hurts. Now, hold on. Compliment football that Mike McCarthy wants to have might not increase our points, but it will lower the point. Come on, clap it up. Clap it up. Clap it up. See. This is, that's where we got the smartest fans in the. I swear. He said it would, but lower the points scored on our defense. Bro, you made me so proud that you're from Oak Cliff, Texas, bro. Wee. Ooh, man, clap it up for Q-Dog. Clap it up. Oh, man. James, you're right. I definitely see this happening too, sir. My boy James say, time of possession will increase. I see that. Yeah. I see us definitely increasing our time of possession. Definitely. Let me keep going though. Let me see what boy Montana said. Fans who watch the show are football guys. Oh, okay. You think some people don't watch this show? They not football guys? We got some. Oh yeah, we do be having some lurkers. You right, Montana. We be having a lot of people that's watching, but they really not watching. They just hating. I'm with you, Montana. Montana like, nah, everybody ain't no football guy. I'm with you on that, big dog. But check it out. I ain't finished because this is great interview. Great.
But I don't know how long the 6-back offense can go, assuming he can stay healthy. I think that's got to be a real concern.
See. Everybody, we just need to get us a Hurts. Yeah, I feel you, Montana. Yeah, we just need to get us a Hurts. Do you really want that, bro? Do you really want that long term? Do you really want a quarterback that one of the main reasons that they win is because they use him like a running back? They say we got 220 people watching. How many people hit that like? For real, hold on real quick. Let's take a pause real quick. Just real quick. Oh, yeah, that's wrong. See, yeah, we got 200-something people watching and only 97 have hit that like. Y'all know better than that. Come on now. Just hit the like real quick. I understand you slipped, you walked in, you got into it, y'all heard him call him the human joystick, and y'all got to tripping out and forgot to hit that like for your boy. Hit that like so we can get the ratios up and get this sent to more people. That's how it works. The more y'all like it, the more YouTube is gonna recommend me to more Cowboy fans and the OC. That's how it works. And then Coach Moore said, and boss, we do not have to spend as much to be better with McCarthy. I agree, because we don't spend as is. He said used what you got correctly with a couple of pieces. I agree. We ain't gotta go crazy. I definitely agree. Hopefully y'all hit them likes, man. Get them likes cuddle for your boy. I agree, Coach. Yeah, because we don't even spend and we still was 2 games away from the Super Bowl. So it's not money. It's not us it's not money. Here we go. I agree with that, Coach.
Talk about the 6-back offense. I'm talking about the old school single wing where the quarterback was as much as anybody. And that's what Hurts is. Can he stay healthy doing that? I think that's a huge concern if you are. I think Dak's a really good player. Is he overpaid? There's no doubt. I mean, there's no doubt they overpaid him. He's not a $45 million.
He say Dak is overpaid. So y'all think he hating on Dak. Keep listening.
But no quarterback in the league, including Hurts.
Oh, yeah. See, I wasn't ready for that part. See, because it's all in context. People was like, oh, so he trying to say Dak is overpaid. No, he's saying all of them overpaid.
Can carry a team. Hurts has really good yards after the catch receivers. A.J. Brown, that's one of the keys they did. So when you marry the scheme, you marry the players to the quarterback The quarterback looks really good. When you don't, he doesn't.
To my point. See, this is why I'm telling y'all, next year, if you're a betting person, put your money on Dak. Because he said the right thing at the end that a lot of people miss. If you put the quarterback in the right scheme, it's going to be successful. If you put him in the wrong scheme, it's going to hurt. It's that simple. When you put Dak with a bunch of option routes, right, with a number one who was learning to be a number one, right, the primary target was sometimes in the wrong position. And Dak was throwing the ball with anticipation like he's supposed to. Was reading the defense correctly like he's supposed to do. He was doing what he's supposed to, but he was in a system that really low-lighted him, not highlighted him. So now that we going to a West Coast, I'm telling you, if you want to make some money, bet that Dak is going to be top 3 in the MVP conversation next year. Yes, I said it. No, it's not Koolaid. It is honestly just common sense. Yeah. Dak is going to be top 3 or the MVP. Yeah. But he definitely going to be in the top 3 discussion. I bet that. The only reason wouldn't happen, it would have to take something freakish. Yeah. And then One-Handed Bandit said, just came out, Frank Clark getting released. What? Ooh, free agency finna be crazy. ID would be fresh and not be tired in late games. Late show. Man, I appreciate the super chat, big dog. So here we go. Let's keep going. I'm almost finished.
Michael, Anthony Richardson's now the odds-on favorite to be like the number 1 pick in some books after his combine weekend. We've seen coaches skip it. Belichick skipped to the Packers. What do you take from the combine at this stage?
I'm gonna skip this because he started talking about Anthony Richardson. I'm gonna talk about that later. So, Coach Marv said 37 or 43 TDs for Dak. Yeah, I can see that right there, and that's MVP numbers right there. 37 or 43 for Dak. Yes, I do see that. Well, good. Yeah, that's a very good projection, Coach. But let me skip that part.
Really interesting perspective on maybe the combine being a little overrated. Belichick staying home, or the Green Bay Packers
to go back and go to Florida and spend time on campus. So the combine is all about the physicals.
All right, so basically he said all the key parts, man. I forgot. He talked about the key parts that I wanted to talk about. Let me open up the phone line one more time before I get up out of here, man. I just want to hear from at least a couple of more people before we get out of here. So I'm gonna open up the phone line. But I really love that interview because see what you hearing from most of the mainstream media and local media, you hearing how it's a mistake and they trying to blame Dak and they basically still covering for Kellen Moore. You still seeing the same stuff. Yeah, hold on real quick. I got you, Montana. Boss Cowboy Sports.
Hey, what's up, boss? I had to call back, man, because my man, he dropped some great nuggets, man.
Yeah. Let me get the super chat real quick. He say I'm sick of Pat Mahomes. BS buddy was average as F in college. Now he gets lucky. Ooh, with Andy Reid and the OC. Now he instead of y'all goofy AF, bro. See, you over people's head with that. But see, people not ready to talk about how he truly walked into a perfect situation. Great super chat. He walked into an offense that was already top 5. Even with Alex Smith, he was able to sit a whole year and learn. Perfect. He had the fastest receiver and the best tight end for years. And he clearly got the best OC. Go ahead, Coach. It is one more super chat. No, hold on. One more super chat. We got another. These Dak haters going to be changing narratives. Yeah, they are. Go ahead, Coach. They gonna be changing.
Yeah. Well, that's what. Speaking of Patrick Mahomes, and then he got an offensive coordinator and a head coach that formulated an offense, not with his ego of saying what I want to do. The coordinator and the head coach didn't say what they wanted to do. They said what offense fits Patrick Mahomes best, and let's do that to make him get the best out of his potential.
And now, don't get me wrong. We're not saying he's sorry, but what we saying is he did. See, what he fell into is what people say Dak fell into. Dak didn't fall into what he fell into. He fell into true perfection. Go ahead, Coach.
Right. So, and every quarterback is different, and finding where they fit in to do well is what you as a coach, what you want to do, so you can get the greatest amount of potential out of that person. You couldn't put Troy Aikman in and ask him to do the things that Dan Marino does, even though both of them are Hall of Famers, but he would not fit in well in doing what Dan Marino do because that's not his game. So what his game was, we put him in an offense that made him a 3-time Super Bowl champion. Not saying he was a bad player, but like in the interview that we married his skill set with the offense, and when we married those together, they come out to be is something great. I just did a super chat with you. I said, 37 to 43 touchdowns.
Yep. And
remind you, those 37 to 43 touchdowns, people are going to come on less pass attempts because this means just think about, they talk about Philadelphia. Philadelphia was a run-first team. The two teams that played in the NFC Championship game were run-first teams, but when they did throw the ball they didn't throw the ball to get button hooks or throw the ball 40 times just to get little yards. When they did throw it, they got yacked and went to get touchdowns, which made them look like they was just throwing the ball around the yard, but they were only throwing the ball about 23, 24 times and throwing 4 or 5 touchdowns. And that's where we want to be. And if we look at Dak's success in the last 2 years, there's been games where he threw the ball less than 27 times but had 4 touchdowns. I've always said, I want Dak Prescott for every 10 passes he throw the ball, I want a touchdown for every 10 passes. So that means he threw the ball 30 times in the game, I want 3 touchdowns. And if he's on that average, for every 10 passes is a touchdown, now I know this offense being productive and we're controlling the ball as well as we getting points in the passing game. You control the game with the running game, but you get points in the passing game. That's been the philosophy of football since the beginning of time, and this perception that this is such a passing league, you got to do all that. But the good teams that win do that exact same formula. You may have 28, 27, 25 teams out there to do all this throwing the ball around, but when it comes down to it, the teams that have that philosophy, they win Super Bowls.
Right.
And when he said, and I got one little point, he said, when he asked that question to him, talking about, well, they're not saying that in Buffalo, they're not saying that in these other places about take the ball out of their hands. Well, isn't it interesting that Buffalo, in their paper, they're talking about trading for Derrick Henry? So why are they talking about trading for Derrick Henry? Really, what reason why would they start talking about just because they know they need to take the ball out of their quarterbacks and they need to get more balance so he can be a better quarterback. Kansas City ran the ball 20. They ran the ball 27 times in the Super Bowl. Patrick Mahomes only threw 26 attempts. The last Super Bowl they lost, Patrick Mahomes had 49 attempts to score 0 touchdowns.
Yeah.
And he scored 35 points into it. So Andy Reid had to even understand that he was a pass guy, but what Andy Reid did, he went and got Eric Bieniemy because Eric Bieniemy was a pass guy, but he gave him a semblance of a run game so he can improve his offense so he would not be one-dimensional and they get the ultimate out their offense. Yep. This is what Mike McCarthy is going to do, and we don't have to spend as much. I keep trying to tell Cowboy fans, we talking about we need to get these weapons. We need to weapon up. We need to go get this guy. Get this guy. If you ever try to overrun your coaches with talent and try to get, you will end up chasing the carrot, and you will keep spending and spending and still come up short. But if you can get some people that you can get some quality talent, but they can get the best out of all your talent, you will spend less and win more.
Right. I appreciate it, Coach.
I appreciate you, boss. Later.
Later. And this is the funny thing about what Coach just said. This is the funniest thing. He said they're not talking about that in Buffalo. They not talk. Guess what? They not talking about that here. He made that up. Ain't nobody saying that we gotta throw it less with Dak to win. Nobody said that. Mike McCarthy. Nobody said that. They said that. Boss Cowboy Sports.
Hey, boss. It's your boy Q-Dog, man. How you doing, sir?
What's up, Q? Let's get it, big dog. What's on your mind?
All right, so I got to push back on Coach Marv just a little bit.
Okay.
If Coach Marv had the mentality, I'd whoop his butt in football. Because if I have more talent than Coach Marv, my team going to win. So I hear what Coach Marv is saying, but I want my quarterback to have the most talent possible. If Coach Marv want to take some Joes, fine, I'll take some stars, and let's go. So I'm going to tell you right now. So let me tell you something. Back when you played back in the 90s, you played for Carter.
Yep.
And me and your freshman year, oh my God, y'all had so much talent. And we had a lot of talent.
Yeah.
And so you wasn't going to beat Carter with no Joes.
No.
You can be best thing. You don't want to beat him with no Joes now. So I hear what Coach Marv is saying, but I'm always going to take more talent if I'm a good coach.
Ooh,
so, I mean, maybe that's not what he was saying, but that's what he said.
Well, but you know what? Listen, man, I'm about to set y'all up for a debate because I know the people will want to see that. You know what I mean? Two coaches, because both of these dudes I'm talking to, this is Coach Q and that's Coach Marv. You know what I mean? And I'm with you on that. If that's what he was saying, I'm not sure if that's what he was saying, but if that's what he said.
I don't think that's what he was saying, but that's kind of what he said.
Yeah, that's kind of what he said. So, because I'm also like you, I'm in the favor of more talent. More weapons, more all of it. Just whatever's the best that my quarterback can have, I want him to have it. Maybe not use it, but I want him to have it. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm with you on that. I'm with you.
And then I was calling about Mahomes.
All right.
People have to remember, back in 2021, Mahomes had the same issue Dak had. Mahomes got into a zone that Dak is in now, where he was reading pre-snap. And so what did all the teams do? All the teams started changing their coverage when the snaps happened. Mahomes was having the same issue that Dak had. But Mahomes had one thing Dak didn't have. He had Andy Reid. And what Andy Reid tell him? It took Andy Reid about 6 or 7 games. It didn't take him like overnight. As great of an offensive coordinator he is, it didn't take him overnight. But he said, Mahomes, throw short. We're going to throw it short. We're going to pick them apart. We're going to throw it short. We're going to run the ball. And we're going to get a lead. Then once you get a lead, bombs over Baghdad. And that's what they did. And so then, coming into this year, because Andy Reid is West Coast. So once because he ran the West Coast, they have to change. Now, they got better, I love Hill, but they got better wide receivers to run the West Coast. That's what he did. He got 4 wide receivers to run the West Coast scheme. And they killed God this year. I'm telling you right now. If they do the same for that, because you can get lesser wide receivers with good talent to run the West Coast. You really can. But in Kellen's system, that's why it was kind of weird because they ran best on best. Well, if you run best on best, how you going to get rid of your best on the Amari Cooper? That doesn't fit Kellen Moore's system. Nope. So I understand he's talking he can save money, but dude, it perplexes me. But what I'm saying to you is, I'm glad McCarthy is the coach.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that he's running the West Coast because it's going to help Dak with all that.
Man, good call, man. Appreciate that, Coach. We're gonna have to set up a fight between Coach Q and Coach Marv. I think that would be a wonderful fight. Y'all let me know if we need to set that up. Because I'm just pretty sure the whole world would want to see that. Just kind of come on now. We all like to see a fight. You know what I'm saying? Two people we all respect. You know what I'm saying? And listen, I know Coach Q. Coach Q is a G. He from my very same neighborhood. I would love to see it. But Lake Show say set it up. All right. gonna start setting that up, man. We gonna set up some debates. We gonna set up some debates between y'all. We gonna let y'all fight it out. I think that's a real good thing we should add to the Boss Cowboy Sports channel. You know what I'm saying? I like that. Yeah, let's do that. We gonna set up that debate. But I'm like Q though, man, on this, and I'm with Coach Marv on this. Both of them at least agree on this. We likely getting ready to be way better. And I'm talking about in complimentary football. I'm not talking about a bunch of yards and a bunch of points. Like Coach Q said, even it's not about if our offense is scoring more. It's about, are we complimentary to the point to where our defense allows less? That's the key. And see, Coach Q hit that dead on the head. So let me just kind of tell y'all what's going on. I'm going to come back today. I'm going to do another show today. That one, I had to do that one because I feel like, shoot, Michael Lombardi laid it out like a champion. Like you hardly ever hear. And I think our media need to hear a lot of it because they ain't getting it. I'm just being honest, they ain't getting it. But this show you got to come back for, because I guarantee you know your boy Boss have been investigating. I'm in my investigative mode, and boy, Bobby let out some nuggets. I guarantee most people missed it. I guarantee it. And so we gonna cover a whole lot of stuff with what Jerry was talking about with Dak, but it's kind of like the bigger picture of what's going on. You know what I'm saying? And it's real. It is real. So y'all come back. I'm gonna be back around 7 Central or 8 Central to really lay out that content. You know what I'm saying? So y'all make sure y'all share this one too. All right. So hi, Mike Lombardi super co-signed Mike McCarthy. Michael Lombardi super co-signed Mike McCarthy. And then obviously we dealt with the Tony Pollard tag in the very beginning of the show. Yeah, hold on real quick. We got us a super chat before we get up out of here, man. From Coach Marv. Real quick. He said, question, do a team with average of 5 Pro Bowl players a year that get to 12-5 2 years in a row and should have won 14 games this year? Are we saying that we don't have talent already? Hey, that's not for me, Coach. That's for you and Coach Q to fight. I ain't fighting you on that, Coach. You and Coach Q got to fight that out. I'm only moderate that fight, Coach. Don't be asking me no question, Coach. I ain't got nothing to do with your fight. I ain't the one that called you out. I ain't the one, Coach, that called. It wasn't me, Coach. It was Coach Q. And I do agree with Coach though. Q. I do agree. I missed your super chat. Hold on real quick. Hold on. Who? My bad, man. I missed one of y'all super chat. Let me go back to that. Y'all give me a second. Y'all know I'm just messing with Coach. Oh, man. But listen, I do feel like men should talk it out, though. Men and women, you should talk it out. You should get on the phone. Okay, Lake Show say, okay. I found your super chat. All right, so let me take this super chat. It's a couple of super chats I'm going to take. We ain't getting out of here yet. Lake Show said, remember that they set Mahomes down a year to learn to read the defense and learn that the offense, but that got thrown out there. Yeah, man, facts. Yeah. Listen, because see, some of y'all, I could tell y'all don't get it. Y'all still falling for the wee-woo, man.
Oh, you see this guy? Number 1 bullshit guy. He do the wee-woo.
Some of y'all really falling for the wee-woo, man. Like, I'm looking at a comment in here. Hold on real quick. Hold on, let me take this comment because I really want to set the record straight on something real quick. Let me take this comment real quick. It's a hold on, I'm gonna find it because I really want to address this. Yeah, all right. My boy Snug X said Dak came in with a pretty good team as well. I totally disagree. In my opinion, Snug, Dak did not come into a good situation. See, it was always said that Dak was. But Jacob said, I thought a boss with Lombardi called Kellen Moore a joystick. I know, boy, Lombardi was going crazy. And Jacob, hopefully I addressed what you sent me because I see what's going on too, Jake. I'm gonna come back to you, Snug, but Jacob, he sent me something personally about how the local media, they tripping on this run game. They way off. We gonna get into that too, Jacob. I'm gonna get into that. But Snug said Dak did not come into a pretty situation. No. Now, what they was saying, and the media always says it, Dak came into a perfect situation. No. Dak came into an imperfect situation. It was horrible. All right, let me explain. So first of all, that same team that's perfect, that was so-called perfect, that same team was 4-12 with 3 other veteran quarterbacks. That same team, Matt Castle, who won 10 games with New England, played for that same team, was womp. Kellen Moore was in our offense at that time 3 years. Whedon, yeah, former first rounder in that offense. Altogether, they only won 4 games. It's nothing perfect about that. See, when Mahomes came to Kansas City, yes, they already was at 8 FC championships, sir. Yes, Alex Smith been to 4 AFC championships. Not AFC. He been to 2 NFC championships and 2 AFC championships. That's walking into perfection. That's walking to. And then when Dak walked in as a 4th string quarterback. How's that perfect? So what's perfect about not having no offseason with all the weapons you getting ready to throw to? What's perfect about that? That's not good. Were you the 4th string quarterback and thrown out there? That's not good. That's not perfect. Oh, he has super weapons. Oh, did he? Did he have super weapons? Dak had super weapons even though Dez was coming off ankle surgery. Dak had super weapons on the 2016 team even though Witten was 90 years old. And then Dez missed 3 games at the very beginning of the year.
Oh, hell no!
And guess what the weapons was for Dak? Bryce Butler, Cole Beasley. Bryce Butler and Cole Beasley was who you had to win with. And a rookie in the running game. Let's also not forget that defense was hot ass garbage.
You can't handle the truth.
Hot. Guess what we was ranked in 2016 in pass rush? 31st. So guess what? The only good thing about that defense that year is they led the league. No, they didn't. That was 2014. I was getting ready to say they led the league in turnovers. They actually didn't. That defense was garbage. Garbage. Yeah. So the only thing that made us win so many games in a row, it was Dak. See, a lot of people gonna say it was Zeke. It was Zeke team. Go look up them touchdowns before you make that. Before you really stand on that. Before you stand on that, you might want to take a sit down and Google what Zeke did in touchdowns and what Dak did in touchdowns. I'm gonna just give you a clue. Dak was 3 times the total production of Zeke. That ain't perfect. But see, let Colin Cowherd say it. He gonna say, oh, Dak walked into a perfect situation. No, what y'all doing is what you always do. When people do stuff exceptional, what you do is you try to make it seem like anybody could do it. And you oversimplify the value. Can we just really say what it was? Because, see, let's be honest and accurate right now. See, because it's real hypocritical to say Jalen Hurts was a runner-up for MVP this year, and then go look and go see that Dak had better production as a rookie. But then y'all say he was all right. He was... Nah. So I ain't falling for it. I don't never let nobody tell me Dak walked into a good situation. Hell no, he did not walk into no good situation. Matter of fact, when he walked into his situation, his own owner was trying to get a backup quarterback until he played. Do y'all remember that? So I'm the only one that remember that when Romo went down, we was trying to get Alex Smith. So I'm the only one that remember that. So basically, your front office drafted you and still said, we don't trust you. That's perfect. Oh, that's perfect. Oh, that's a perfect situation that you had to prove yourself in preseason with no reps with your weapons. Or they was getting ready to go get Alex Smith and immediately start him. But Dak was so perfect his preseason game 1 that they stopped shopping for Alex Smith. See, people forgot that. I ain't forget that. And I also didn't forget that even after he was almost perfect, and the only reason he wasn't perfect in his first debut game and his passer rating, it was because Swam dropped 2 balls. And he dropped easy rollouts, or Dak would have been perfect. And even after almost having a perfect first debut game, your quarterback, Dak, your owner came out that exact same game and said, well, let's not put him in the Hall of Fame just yet. Is that expressing confidence in your quarterback? That's perfect. No, that wasn't perfect. That's a lot of pressure that came down from the boss and the owner himself. Dak had to tune that out and continue to ball. Let's not even talk about the fact that Dak had to play with a franchise quarterback nipping at his heels. Yeah, Romo was a franchise quarterback. You can say whatever you want about him, but at minimum, he was a franchise quarterback nipping at his heels. Oh, so I guess when people say quarterback controversies are never good, that didn't apply to Dak? Oh, because I remember a quarterback controversy that actually broke down 2 Hall of Famers. Do y'all remember that? When Steve Young was rotating with Joe Montana? Do y'all remember that it made both of them dudes play bad? Because of the pressure of having a good quarterback nipping on your heels and indecisive coaches? So we literally got on record 2 of the best quarterbacks to ever played bad with a quarterback controversy. But Dak did it through the whole 2016 season. That was easy. Oh, that was easy? Nah, bro. Dak did not walk into no good situation. Dak walked into a bad situation. It's just your quarterback is just real good. And a lot of people ain't figured it out yet. Yeah, my boy say, Cole say, so we tagging injured running backs now? Yeah, that's what we doing. That's what we did. Yeah, that's what we did. Hey, and so, and I talked about all the stuff it could mean in the beginning. You know what I mean? Hopefully, Cole, my homie Cole, hopefully, Cole, this means that he's ahead of schedule and that he's going to be projected to really be an asset. That's hopefully what that means. But hey, man, your boy Boss finna get out of here, man. I'm going to be back later. If I don't do that show tonight, which I'm going to do the show tonight. But if for some reason I just say, no, what, I'm going to wait till tomorrow. No, I'm going to do it today. You go get this content for sure, though, within the next 2 days. But be ready to come back around 7 or 8 tonight. And we're going to be talking about all the nuggets that was laid out. Because it's a lot of nuggets. And y'all know this is the right place. When you come to Boss Cowboy Sports, it's hard to find people that do investigative stuff like me. I really do dig deep for the truth. I do. And that's a talent that I have. No knock on anybody else, but I know what I bring to the community. You know, I always talk about measure Koolaid, but that's not really my strength. My strength is teaching. Number one, I teach well. Number two is I investigate and I find the clues well. That's what I do well. So this is the type of show, and my boy Common Sense said, when are we going to stop acting like Dak hasn't been the bar of the NFL and the star? I don't know, bro. We go continue to fight this fight. You know, this fight ain't gonna stop. And guess what? The fight ain't gonna even stop after he win a Super Bowl. They still gonna be hating on Dak. Dak just one of them polarizing quarterbacks for a lot of different reasons. That's just it's people that's gonna always hate him, no matter what he does. But listen, y'all come back for this one. James, I thought you was asleep. James, hey man, y'all shout out to James, man. James, he one of the day wars, man, one of the A wars, one of the real ones. Stay safe out there too, James, man. Get your rest, because I know you drive trucks. Make sure you get you some shut eye, my brother, because we need you safe on them roads. And I appreciate you, man. Always supporting the channel, always with your comments, you know, and just hopefully I'm one of them people that just help you make it as you know, driving around America, man, doing the hard job that you do. But people like you is really why we have what we have, man. You say, I'm just laying down, bro. All right, man. I'm just making sure you get your rest, big brother. You know what I'm saying? Because I know, man, I know that's a very, very stressful job that you have, man, and dangerous as well. So stay up. But y'all also come back tonight, man. I'm going to be bringing y'all that Measure Koolaid, because tonight is going to be good. Trust me. Because trust me, it's a whole lot of stuff. Trust me, a lot of people miss. Because when I break this down, y'all gonna be like, what? Ain't nobody talking about it? I'm like, yeah, bro, ain't nobody talking about it. And I'm gonna show y'all tonight. It's gonna be a dope show. Y'all stay up, man. It's Boss Cowboy Sports. I'm gonna be back. Let's get it. Another one.
Another one.
Let's go.
Boss Cowboy Sports. Where your voice matters.
Run it up.
Let's go, man. Come on now, speaking his mind.
Bring it real back. He be speaking his mind. That boy with the shit.
Yeah, life. I ain't talking about Steel yet. I'm gonna talk about Steel. Or we can talk about it when you call in tonight. Real talk.
Run it up.
Let's get it. We gonna talk about that Steel. That's still a big thing.
Another one.
Let's go.
Run it up.
Come on now. Let's get it.
Boss Cowboy Sports.
Sleeping on me now, cooking you nigga.
Run it up.